Hello, everyone. Today I am here representing the North Grenville Toastmasters Club, and one of the things that I would like to do as the Vice President of Public Relations is to introduce you to our members. So today I'm with Anna van Adrichem Rochon, and Anna has been a member for as long as I have been, longer. She's going to tell us a little bit more. And that's about 4 or 5 years, and I'm looking forward to hearing from Anna. So Anna, when did you first join our club? Is our club the first one you ever joined? And what led you into wanting to look into and eventually joining Toastmasters?
Well, thank you for asking, Richard. I actually joined 2002. I'm one of 2 founding members of our club, or one of the 2 chartered members of the club. And why did I join? I saw an article in the newspaper about Toastmasters. And at that time, I was already doing presentations through my work. I was in the travel industry. So as you might expect, you're talking to people all day long and being involved in doing some type of presentations about destinations, etc. And I thought I could improve my communication skills. And also at the meeting that I attended, the people there were also talking about leadership. And I thought that would also be useful because I did own the business, and you're always being a leader there, taking responsibility. Can we change it? Can we do something different? And figured it was going to be a good learning opportunity.
So if you were addressing yourself to other business owners or business managers, would you say that Toastmasters has some real tangible benefits to the bottom line, so to speak?
I would say 100% it does. Every job that anybody has some requirement that you are talking to individuals. And when you cut down to it, even your family life is that you're talking to individuals. So if you can improve that communication capability, then you're going to get a better result. A small example would be, and it's really, really small, and that was, somebody said to me once, when you're doing a presentation or you're talking about something, instead of saying, I feel that this would be a good thing to do, if you say, I think that would be a good thing to do, you're really being much more assertive and decisive, whereas feeling is, kind of unsure. So that's one tiny example. But the other examples that I would use, just in talking to individuals on a day-to-day basis, we have to do it every day. Let's learn how to do it the best way. And you learn a lot about yourself. One of the things that we learn, of course, is the types of leaders that we are. And just recognizing that or pointing it out gives you some insight to saying, oh, maybe this is a situation that perhaps I should not be the authoritarian, but perhaps be a team player more and participate in the decision rather than giving the decision.
That's a very good point. So we talked about how this is beneficial for business owners or managers, but I can think of many other people who benefit from Toastmasters. One of the groups recently that has become a larger part of our groups in general throughout the world is people looking to English as a second language, anybody who has to give presentations, and rightly or wrongly, when it comes to career advancement, we are often judged by our communication ability. And I say rightly or wrongly because sometimes people may be very good workers and really competent in what they do, but they might be overlooked based on their ability to communicate or not. Anything else that you would send as a message to people who are thinking, who may be on the fence about joining Toastmasters, as to any message that you would give them about why Toastmasters may be good for them?
I'll just use an example that shows how much of a difference it made for me. I had an opportunity, in this case, it was through Rotary, that I had an opportunity to apply for a leader of a team going to India. And part of that process was an interview session. And the people that were doing the interview were very senior members of the Rotary family. And that can be rather nerve-wracking when you're relatively new into a group and then having all these really senior people interviewing you. So the skill that we practice at our meetings is talking off the cuff, being asked a question and coming up with an answer pretty well right away. So this interview was like that. There was 6 or 8 people doing these interview and each person asking questions. You have to be able to think on your feet and have something to say and be thoughtful. So that was a prime example of having an opportunity that I would not have had because of Toastmasters. So what you might say, or what I might say, would be a benefit. You might not know these doors are opening, and once the door is open, you have that skill. So there's all kinds of opportunities. Unfortunately, recently, it became necessary for somebody in the family to give a eulogy. Well, not that it was a job that I wanted to do, certainly, but at least when it was done, I felt like I represented the family well. But there's other times when people have to give a comment at a wedding, or you're at a function and somebody asks, would somebody say grace, or make some comment about anything else. If you can get up and think a little bit ahead of time what comments would be appropriate, you can take on that role and set yourself perhaps a little bit of a part.
Great, excellent points. Well, thank you very much for taking the time today to chat with me. And is there any parting words you would say before we sign off?
I would say Toastmasters is worth every penny it is to join. Give it a try, at least for a year, and then you can make the decision if you want to stay longer. Money well spent.
Good advice. All right. Bye for now.
Bye.